for.
There's no ability to live, right? It just doesn't work at all. And if I thought just killing one person would solve the problem, like killing a Hitler or something, and maybe have some chance of ending the whole thing and causing a re-election or some kind of bullshit and something good can happen, then I would murder.
Oh, you would? And that would fix the thing? Don't you think a Stalin would come up, or a Mao Zedong, or whoever? There's always a guy that takes the chance. That's human nature, I guess, for many. It's like on Wall Street. If we can rip a whole country off, are we gonna do it? Of course we are. We're greedy.
But there's no perfect thing to murder here. So
Exactly.
the option isn't available. But I'm certainly willing to go to prison for the right opportunity.
Or doing whatever you want.
And I guess so am I.
If there's no God. Or is...
Well, again, it's just the only thing that's stopping you is knowledge of right and wrong, and knowing that won't fix a problem, or that'll just cause unnecessary pain and suffering.
Exactly. Two wrongs don't make a right.
But that's it, and also your own personal interest. Guess what? It's no fun being in a revolution. It's no fun getting shot by the frickin' government.
That's of course true. That's why I always say we can only do it by words, by planting seeds, and maybe by doing good deeds. But certainly by force, it probably won't get better. Probably only worse.
Having the F-15
in the long run
come over and blow your house up. None of that's actually fun. It's up to a retard or an insane moron. So exactly what do you think I need as incentives not to be an asshole here on Earth?
You need to have lived a life, and then as you yourself said, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. That's all there needs to be. People that have lived and have suffered and bled and cried and screamed, they know that you shouldn't do unto others what you wouldn't have done unto you. And that's also a process that takes time and that leaves victims behind, and maybe even have had you as a victim, which is exactly also going back to planting seeds. It's all relating to time, basically, on this earth, I think. Humanity can only grow over time, it seems, and only through a lot of suffering, it seems.
There's plenty of incentives to say, yeah, I really don't want to go to prison and get raped and all that shit.
But for the right reason, you would probably, right? Which isn't even bad, which is great. If you stand against Hitler in World War II Germany, you go to jail, and you'll probably proudly do so.
Duh.
Duh.
Yeah, it works. Deterrence works.
No, it shouldn't. You shouldn't fear man or look up to man, because then you'll just go along with Hitler.
Humanity, your God. If they say you do that, we'll throw you in jail. Is that what holds you back?
Yes.
How many murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Really? Wow, scary.
Yeah, it really does, okay? Having the right to sit in my living room and make videos is...
Yeah. So if you protect a Jew in World War II Germany, then you won't protect the Jew because you're so scared of jail, and that's the right thing to do. That's who you should fear: humanity, mankind, man's law, man's crazy law. That's who you should look up to, who you should fear. Certainly not God, who is above it all. No.
The right I really enjoy, and I really hate being in prison and having to
Everybody does, I guess. But sometimes people do it for the right reason. And they suffer a lot for the right reason.
Where, well, who knows what I'd have to wear.
Got away with killing and never got caught. Why do we have ethics and morals? Is it because of fear of people or of God? But I'm going too far here. The basic question is...
Well, for me, you don't need God to be afraid of, and obviously there's some incentive not to do stupid stuff because, yes, there's a real likelihood that you end up in prison.
Again, the same argument. You really don't fear God and you fear man. That's not gonna lead to a good place. And I don't mean hell or anything. I mean maybe hell on earth. That's what we'll get if we bow down to every dictator, every Hitler, whatever, because we fear jail, then we're fucked.
Raped and harmed, so yes. Prison works as a deterrent. It scares the fuck out of me. You know, I've seen what's in prison. I wouldn't want to hang out with those guys.
I would want to hang out with those guys, or at least some of them, because many are in there for understandable reasons, to say the least. Because society as it is sick. The war on drugs, for example, is just sick.
What's the point of morals and ethics if there's no judgment by an all-knowing creator?
You already said that.
And we all...
Yeah, again, there's plenty of point, blah, 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 blah. I don't need God either to be ethical, that is, to realize it's just stupid.
I don't say you need God to be ethical. I would have said so maybe 5 years ago or something, but I know a lot of atheists who are moral and ethical, much more so than I am, and God bless them for that. They are the people that aren't sick, that don't necessarily quote unquote and still, but not necessarily need Jesus right now because they're doing the right thing for the right reasons. But many people are very broken, very humane, very greedy, very selfish. They need Jesus already in this life.
Are to realize I am going to pay a huge personal price if I do that.
No, only Jesus saves, basically.
Well, he doesn't save shit. He doesn't save women from pain and childbirth.
Why would he end all suffering on earth? That would make no sense. We are here to learn something, or we can deny everything. Life is a learning process. Suffering is part of this life. If nobody suffered down here, then you can be sure we would think we are God, we are all that. And what would that lead to? To a lot of suffering again, probably.
Birth, does he? Or the period thing, right? Those are God's curses for Eve's sin. So until I see those things ended, I say Jesus was a fake. Because obviously he didn't save anything. He didn't change a motherfucking thing. What on earth changed?
What on earth changed? My perception. Millions and billions of people's perception.
After Jesus died, where is there lambs lying down with lions and shit? Where did anything get fixed? I don't see any new contract. I see the same old fucking contract. Here's some cancer, eat your gruel, die.
Not our works. We're all falling short, all sinners.
Well, whatever. You're all liars and kooks is what you are. And that's really unfortunate. And then you're ignoramuses. So you have ignoramus, liar, and kook.
I disagree, but that's your point of view, and I can't force you to change it.
This is really tough. I mean, you got crazy fuckers, lying fuckers, and stupid.
But I'm a crazy fucker.